What you should know about the economy of India. Hello and welcome to today's video. India's economy is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. It is a mix of modern and traditional sectors, with the modern sector growing rapidly in recent decades. India has a mixed economic system, with features of both the capitalist and socialist economic systems. After independence from British colonial rule, in 1947, India had adopted a socialist economic policy that focused on state control and a planned economy. However, this led to an inefficient economy, low growth, and high inflation. Since the 1990s, however, India has implemented a series of reforms to liberalize its economy and strengthen the private sector. These reforms have resulted in India achieving higher economic growth and foreign direct investment. Nevertheless, the state still has an important role in areas such as infrastructure, education, and health. Today, India is a fast-growing emerging economy that uses both the private and public sectors in its economic policies. India has an open economic policy and has opened up to globalization. It also has an active role in the World Trade Organization, or WTO, and other international institutions. India's economy consists of the following main sectors. The service sector is the largest sector of the economy in India, contributing about 60% of the gross domestic product. This sector includes areas such as financial services, IT and IT-enabled services, trade, transportation, tourism, and education. The industrial sector contributes about 28% to GDP and includes areas such as textiles, chemicals, pharmaceuticals, automobiles, machinery, and electronics. The agricultural sector contributes about 17% of GDP and is one of the major employers in India. The main crops are rice, wheat, cotton, tea, tobacco, and sugar. The mining industry is a major industry in India and includes coal, iron ore, copper, bauxite, zinc, and uranium. India has attracted increasing amounts of foreign direct investment in recent years and has relaxed its regulations for foreign investors to further promote the economy. It is important to note that the Indian economy still has challenges such as poverty, social injustice, infrastructural problems, and corruption. Despite this, the government has made progress in recent years to combat these issues and further strengthen the economy. If you like this video, we appreciate a thumbs up and you subscribing to our channel. Draupadi Murmu has been President of the Republic of India since July 25th, 2022. India has a federal parliamentary democratic system of government. The Constitution of India, which came into force in 1949, defines the country as a federal state and consists of the President, Vice President, and 2 houses of parliament, the Rajya Sabha, Council of States, and the Lok Sabha, House of the People. The President is the highest state official and represents the Union. She is elected by the members of parliament and the legislative assemblies of the states and has mainly representative functions. The Rajya Sabha is the upper house, consisting of members selected by state legislative assemblies. The Lok Sabha is the lower house and consists of members elected directly by the electorate. The government of India is formed by the party or coalition that has a majority in the Lok Sabha. The Prime Minister is the head of the government and is elected by the majority in the Lok Sabha. India is divided into 28 states and 9 union territories. State and union territory governments are responsible for the administration and development of their regions and report to the union government. India also has independent institutions, such as the Constitutional Court, the Election Commission, and the Auditor General's offices, which ensure that the government carries out its duties and responsibilities in accordance with the Constitution and the law. The richest person in India is Mukesh Ambani. He is the chairman and largest shareholder of Resilience Industries Limited, one of the largest and most diversified companies in India, operating in sectors such as energy, chemicals, textiles, refineries, and telecommunications. He has acquired his wealth mainly due to his holdings in Reliance Industries. As of 2022, his fortune is estimated at over $90 billion, making him one of the richest people in the world. Right behind him, with around $90 billion in assets, is Gautam Adani of India. Gautam Adani is an Indian businessman and philanthropist. He is the chairman and founder of the Adani Group, one of the largest and most diversified companies in India, operating in areas such as energy, resources, logistics, agribusiness, refineries, and water. Adani has built his fortune primarily through his investments in the company now known as Adani Group. Adani has also invested in other areas, such as airport operations and electronics business. He is known for his investments in infrastructure projects in India and has also invested in the renewable energy sector. The poverty rate in India has decreased over the last few decades, but it still remains relatively high. There is no official poverty line in India, but various government agencies and organizations have made their own estimates. According to a 2011 estimate by India's National Sample Survey Office, NSSO, about 22% of the population lived below the poverty line. A 2019 World Bank estimate suggests that about 21% of the population in India lives below the poverty line. It is important to note that these are estimates, and the actual poverty rate in India can vary depending on the region and the method used to calculate it. India has a minimum wage set by law. The minimum wage is set by the government and can vary from state to state. The government sets the minimum wage for different industries and occupations and updates it regularly based on inflation and the cost of living. Generally, it is lower than in developed countries and sometimes insufficient to cover the cost of living. There is also criticism that the minimum wage in India is often not respected and that there are difficulties in enforcing it. As a result, many developing countries use India as a manufacturing base or hire cheap freelancers from India, especially for the service sector, such as IT. The main and largest stock exchanges in India are the Bombay Stock Exchange, BSE, and the National Stock Exchange of India, NSE. These two exchanges are the largest and most liquid exchanges in South Asia and offer a wide range of securities, such as stocks, bonds, derivatives, and foreign exchange. The Bombay Stock Exchange, BSE, was established in 1875 and is the oldest stock exchange in India. The National Stock Exchange of India, NSE, was established in 1992 and has rapidly grown in importance. Both exchanges have electronic trading systems and meet high standards for transparency and regulation. There are also some regional exchanges in India, such as the Calcutta Stock Exchange and the Ahmedabad Stock Exchange, but they are less liquid and less relevant than BSE and NSE. Stock exchanges in India offer investors the opportunity to invest in the Indian economy and benefit from its growth. They also play an important role in financing companies and government projects and contribute to job and wealth creation. As an investment market, India is very exciting and offers many lucrative investment opportunities. Finally, here's some exciting information about the Indian economy that I'm sure you didn't know before. 1. India is the largest consumer of gold in the world. Indian families often hold large amounts of gold as an investment and for use on special occasions, such as weddings and other celebrations. 2. India is the 7th largest economy in the world by nominal GDP and the 3rd largest by purchasing power parity. 3. India has one of the fastest growing economies in the world, with an average growth of 7% per year in recent years. 4. India has a large labor force and a young population, which makes it an attractive location for foreign investors and companies. 5. India is the largest producer of milk and the 2nd largest producer of rice in the world. India is the largest producer of mangoes and papayas and the 2nd largest producer of pineapples and bananas in the world. 6. India has a long tradition in the Bollywood film business, which plays a significant role in the Indian economy and is one of the largest film industries in the world. 7. India is an important market for the sale of Indian tea. It is the 2nd largest producer and the largest consumer of tea in the world. Tea is an important part of Indian culture and is often drunk at all times of the day. 8. India is one of the largest markets for electronics and consumer electronics in the world. Indian companies such as Micromax and Lava have global operations and produce smartphones, tablets, and televisions. For example, India has a long tradition of Ayurveda, a traditional Indian medicine based on natural healing methods and herbal medicine. Ayurvedic products and services are an important part of the Indian economy and are exported worldwide. 10. India has a long tradition in handcrafts and crafts, especially in textiles, ceramics, jewelry, metalwork, and wood carvings. Indian handcraft products are known worldwide for their quality and variety. India is an important market for the sale of diamonds and jewelry. Indian companies are world leaders in manufacturing and processing diamonds and jewelry and export their products to many countries. That was today's video about India's economy. Is this a market that will be interesting for your investments in the future? Thank you very much for watching.